Thank you, Amy. It was absolutely beautiful. What a wonderful reminder that wherever I am, God is. And it makes me think about what a special day this is. This is a day where we are enfolded in the care and keeping, in the energy and the vibration of that which we call God. Another place where we experience this same thing is in the gardens of our lives. So we have what I realized is a holiday today I didn't know anything about until just this week. May 3rd is National Garden Meditation Day. Now, we were all going to go out and meditate in our gardens here at Unity of Fairfax today, but it's raining, and so we're just going to meditate in here and look at our gardens outside the window. So National Garden Meditation Day was conceived by a gardener in Massachusetts named C.L. Fornari. And C.L. is a radio personality in that area and an author and a prolific gardener. And she created this holiday around the year 2010. Now, she only goes by her initials, CL, although her fans believe it actually is an abbreviation for compost lover. And if you're a gardener, of course, who wouldn't love compost? She highlights that gardening is a necessity for some people, and ultimately it's a necessity for all of us, whether gardening is in your yard or what the farmer does to make sure you have food on the table. So it is a necessity, and at the same time, all gardeners will tell you it is a spiritual practice. A spiritual practice that connects us to the rhythms of life and to the interconnectedness of all life, and into the seasons and the regularity of what keeps the world flowing. It is indeed a way to experience what God is. Now, there's another holiday tomorrow, which I know many of us are excited about. It is National Star Wars Day. Yes, May the 4th be with you. So let's talk a little bit about that, National Star Wars Day, and why it is important for us who are on the path of practical spirituality. Well, recall that George Lucas, who created the Star Wars franchise, created the idea of the Force, in his own words, to awaken a certain kind of spirituality in his younger audiences, suggesting a universal belief in God that was not endorsing any specific religion. He wanted to find something perennial that connected everyone. And so he developed the Force as a non-denominational religious concept, which he says he distilled from all the world's religions, premised on this idea of understanding good and evil. And we're going to say a little bit more about that in the body of my message today. But in his own words, the world is better if you're on the good side. And ultimately, that world is internally within us. And as we saw in the characters of Star Wars, everybody has a choice to which way they will use their force in the world. And then, of course, there's another holiday. We are in the holiday season because Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo, and this year's Cinco de Mayo is brought to you by Corona. Now, we might laugh, and I've seen a lot of memes on Facebook about coronavirus and Corona bottles with masks and the Heineken bottles and masks shooing and hiding away from the Corona. But again, it ties into this same theme about the interconnectedness of all life. Because what the coronavirus has taught us is there's no part of the world that is separate and cut off from any other part of the world. We truly are a global humanity. And what happens here impacts those people over there and vice versa. And why we must hold the concepts of the best and highest good for all in our decision making. Now on Friday, which was another holiday, May Day, there was an article in the Washington Post that pointed out that 25% of people have reported that the pandemic has increased and deepened their religious faith. Well, it's my affirmation we don't need a pandemic to deepen our faith at all. But if this is what's before us, then let's make it for us. Let's use this experience to remind ourselves of the great power we all have to create positive and constructive change. You know, it's said that the tornado, the earthquake, the pandemic is an act of nature. But the act of God is when we come together to help, when we realize that we are co-creating a world that works for everyone or doesn't through our actions, our thoughts, and our words. So let's take these sort of light-hearted holidays today and use them as direction markers, pointing us to a deeper understanding of how all of life is interconnected and how the force, the energy, the substance, and the intelligence of God interpenetrates and pervades all things, and that we can help shape and form and move the love of God in the world.